Alright, welcome back. Another episode of the Rough Rigs podcast. Roughest podcast around.
It certainly is.
How's your week, Mitch?
Mate, my weekend was jam-packed from start to finish, but we'll get into yours first, because I always go first. So how was your weekend, my friend?
Well, we had our first game of cricket. Good to get back on the field.
On a long weekend too, what a stitch-up.
Lost the toss.
Yeah.
Got sent into field on fucking 35-degree heat. So that
Yeah,
was fun.
the first battle is winning the toss.
That's it.
And
Failed there. You know what? I've got a story about the toss, actually.
here we go, it's a double-sided head.
No, well, couldn't find that coin. But, because we were the home team, so I tossed up.
Throw it up.
And the other captain, he just stands there. Doesn't call anything.
Alright.
So he hits the ground, and he's like, wait, which one's head and which one's tails?
Reflip.
I was like, cunt, have you never seen a fucking coin before?
Is it your first time playing cricket?
Like, I don't understand. How do you not know which one's head and which one's tails? It's a 20-cent coin. It's not a fucking
So what happened?
tricky one.
Rethrow?
Rethrow, and then he called heads. Landed on heads. First time it landed on tails, so...
If you had the chance to choose, what are you, a heads or a tails man?
I'm a tail. Tail never
Tail
fails.
Put it there. Thank you.
But it did fail this
It
weekend.
No, well, not really. Really, if he's going heads, you know he's going to go heads the first time. So I think
It
that's
shouldn't
a
have
bit of
failed, yeah.
I think that's a bit of a stitch up on your behalf. I think what did the umpire say?
Umpire wasn't there. He was late.
So you have to rely on each other being
Yeah.
good blokes. Yeah, nice.
Like, just call fucking heads or tails. I don't understand there's no fucking secret about what a coin has.
I find
It's got
that
two sides.
I find that very odd.
Mm.
Have you ever had?
He was very, and then he stood around for fucking 3 minutes trying to make a decision whether to bat or bowl.
Surely you know running into your game.
Like, it wasn't a tough decision. It's 35 degrees. You don't want to be fucking fielding.
Even if you have 6 players, you're batting.
Yeah.
You'll take fucking 110 runs over fielding for 6 hours, guaranteed.
So anyway, yeah, kept for 55 overs, and now my legs are fucked.
Yeah,
So
back legs. Have you ever had anyone want to do a bat flip?
no.
Once. And even the umpire, he looked at him and said, mate, this isn't the big bash. And from that day onward, I think we bowled him over 80.
This is very backyard cricket.
And the umpire was like, he was off him from that point. And then they were just one of those teams that would appeal for absolutely anything. Anything. If I don't take middle, I take fucking... I'm pretty much off the stumps, and one hit my legs, and they appealed, and the umpire looked square in the eyes and went, are you being for real? And just some people you run into on the cricket field. Wild.
Mm.
So how'd you go?
They made 200 and something.
55
So,
overs. Pretty good.
yeah, not too bad. It's a quick round, so
Yeah.
should get it next week.
I just find it
Hopefully.
very odd that you're playing on the long weekend too.
Yeah, we always have a straight A weekend off, but yeah.
I feel like every comp should have any long weekend off, eh?
I mean, it makes sense.
It's like the only time like some people get to like chill with their mates, families, or whatever. Weird. Weird. That's cricket, but weird.
Cricket is weird.
Mate,
What about you?
I was fucking jam packed. On Thursday we went up to Warhope. We had a wedding on the Friday in Kew, which is about 20 minutes out of Warhope. For people who don't know where Warhope is, 20 minutes from Port Macquarie. Everyone now knows. Welcome. So it was pretty much it was a bush doof. If you know what a bush doof is, it was a proper bush doof. Grooms were wild. The party itself was wild. Estimated about 50 cases got ploughed through before 9 o'clock, and it started at 2. So that just gives you an indication of the crowd. Shout out to Matt and Sarah. Yeah, that was good. And then came back, had a baby shower on the Sunday for Adam and Jess. So that was good. First ever baby shower. I didn't realise that was a thing for males, but guessing games and shit. It was actually pretty cool. I'll be honest. I wasn't didn't know what to expect, so it was fun. What about you? Other than cricket, obviously.
And then just went back to the club afterwards. Had a few beverages. And then on Sunday, watched the footy.
We watched the footy. We
watched the footy.
We did.
And what a game it was.
That was yeah. If you're a Broncos fan, you must be just sitting there thinking, what the fuck can we do? Like, that was fucked.
Well, they're all on suicide watch now. Like, you've got to be.
That was, yeah. I would be.
And they lost the AFL too, the day before, so it just.
And then the Titans lost the NRLW.
Yeah.
Just a bad day for
The
Queensland.
New South Wales Cup. Got
Yeah,
up over the
bro,
Queensland Cup. So.
we actually killed them in all facets. For once, usually it's us getting poleaxed into next week, but
Not a good week to be a Queenslander.
what did you think about that last? Oh,
We'll get into it a bit
yeah,
later.
we'll get into it.
But before we get onto that, we've got another drink to try.
Oh, we do have a drink of the week. So this might be my favourite. Getting on the piss sort of drink. Your Dan Murphy's local. And to my knowledge, Will hasn't had this, so
I've never had it.
I was quite surprised. So what I've gotten today is the Brookvale Union ginger beer. So this is just your regular Brookvale Union can ginger beer, the original, not the vodka, just the original. The can looks like that. We'll put it in the show notes, etc. But I just want to see Will's reaction because I feel like 99% of our audience surely has tried this. You might be the 1%.
I could be.
So
Well, I just normally stick solid to my Great Northerns, to be honest.
which is fair enough, but I'm change
Great
the palate.
Northerns, Canadian club occasionally. It's kind of what I stick to. So
This might change your
we'll
mind.
see how we go.
This is on some locals on the tap too. So I'm excited for you to try this.
Ooh, that's nice.
How easy is that?
That is crisp.
It's fucked, eh?
Ooh.
Just letting everyone know, I don't normally drink this early at all. So,
I do.
yeah, well, if you're a Parramatta fan, I get it. Many a year. What do you think of that?
I like it.
Bro, they are dangerous after a day of sport.
Mm.
I swear to God, if you take that to cricket, a six-pack, obviously you're not driving,
Well,
but you could easily plough through 2 or 3 of them. It's probably my favourite drink right now. I feel like it's the new CC. You know what I mean? It's that new...
it's quite similar to a CC in
Yeah, like that.
just how like that refreshing.
Yeah, that
kind of-
change up, not just a beer.
Mm.
Like, nothing against
It's
beer.
not heavy like
No.
beer.
Bro, I think, like, we played golf one day, and, like, I didn't eat, or I had plenty of water, but I came home and played 3 of those, and I was so because I'm not a big drinker at all. And for me to just go zunk, 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 I was like, fuck, these are good. Like, these are good. So
I think I'd still rather a CC.
Yeah, it's going to take time to change your palate. And
I'm just never been a big ginger beer fan.
yeah, but say if you like ginger beer, it's going to be right up. By the way, if you like ginger
But
beer...
it's not as gingery as
No,
ginger beer is.
it's
normally,
more
so.
bubbly.
Mm.
Does that make sense? You only get a hint of... We
Yeah.
sound like fucking food critics. How good's this? It's only a hint of ginger. It's not. It's good. I'm going to fucking smash it.
Sign us up to MasterChef.
Oh, dude, we're on the wrong fucking platform, I think, here.
Gordon Ramsay, get on.
Mitch and Will cook a fucking cheese sandwich. Shall we move on?
Let's move on. So we've touched on it. The grand final.
Dude,
How good?
wild.
I mean,
Watching it here, surround sound was on.
big screen.
Big screen. Friends over. A certain person hates the Panthers that was watching it with us.
Look, and understandably so. I don't like them either.
Yep. I like them.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not an Eagles fan, so if they beat us in the last year's grand final, I might have a different opinion. All opinion based.
Yeah, no, not a big fan of him. But what Cleary did
Oh, unbelievable.
was just... I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like it.
I had friends at the game saying just the shift of energy as they started making that comeback. My mate said pretty much when Critter put that first drop, like that first force drop out, you could just feel the crowd, Penrith fans, building. And he goes, I've never seen energy switch when they got that first try to lead them back into it.
Yeah.
And he goes, when Cleary hit that, he pretty much called it like a euphoria hit. People were just fucking going off.
It was that, and then the 40-20 afterwards, and it was just...
He's got some big...
Once he hit that
Oh.
40-20, you're like, fuck, he's going to do something special.
Can you just fucking leave
He's
the
in the
Panthers? Can you just come to the Sharks, dude? Like, the balls to hit that on the third tackle in your 35 is fucking unbelievable. And he had no... The craziest part was he had no blockers. No one knew what he was going to do it.
Yeah.
He literally asked it one off the rack and just went for it. Even poor Reece Walsh was... He was in a good position in the middle of the field. Even he was caught by it. That's Reece Walsh. Like, quick as fuck.
What about... You got a feel for the Broncos.
Oh, I'm devastated.
For 60 minutes, right on top, like, they'd be feeling... When they scored their last try, when Ezra Mann got his third try, they would have been feeling like they've got one hand on the trophy.
Big time.
And it just... I don't know what happened.
Their forward pack for 60... It wasn't even their forward pack. Like, I don't... Can you really even
Like, they
blame
didn't
anyone?
They didn't even play bad the last 20 minutes. It was just Cleary just fucking...
Can you actually
took
blame
over.
anyone from the Broncos for that performance? Like really?
Yeah.
Like, yes, Reece Walsh had a quiet game on his standards, but, like, it was just fucking freakish football from Penrith.
What might be the best way to go through this is... Let's just go through each player.
Yep.
From
Deal.
1 to 17.
Yep.
From each team. And
Who was your two best from the Broncos straight off the rip? I think we might have the same two.
Ezra Mann, Payne Haas.
Ooh, maybe not. Mine, Flegler. I think he absolutely played his dick off because
He'd be my third.
last game he was just that first half. I've never seen a front row just demand the ball like he was demanding that ball like crazy.
Mm.
And yeah, look, I feel bad for Haas because he wanted the ball a lot and he just couldn't get that ball in that first 20.
Well, every run he made was great.
Yeah.
He'd run 15 metres, couple of offloads,
And he was dragging people with him
Yeah.
too. That was a thing.
quick play the balls. But they just wouldn't give him the ball his first stint, really.
I feel like, do you think Noyes might have had a part of it? Surely, because Walters usually looks for him straight off the rip, and he sort of didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, because it was all going to Flegler, Carrigan.
It was very strange, but
But,
that's footy, I guess.
yeah,
Cadence, like if it's loud, you panic, or
maybe it was some kind of game plan.
yeah, maybe second phase option. Mate. I don't know. Who knows?
Keep him fresh for the back end.
Let's go through the players, eh?
So Dylan Edwards just did his thing, ran 300 metres.
He could have arguably won the award.
306 metres he ran for. Jesus.
That's fucked. I don't think I've ran 306 metres this week. Like, fuck me.
I don't think I've ever run 306 metres.
I think cricket, that's where you get me most mileage from. And that's saying something.
He was just did his thing.
Just solid.
Just didn't let anyone down. His positioning was really good. I think a couple of times he may have been caught out defensively, out of position.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Solid. 8.5 out of
Yeah.
10 every week.
yeah,
Like, it's fucking unbelievable how good he is.
he was. And just his carries, like from the back, he just runs like a forward. Like he just runs straight. Doesn't, you see most fullbacks, they kind of jog or they kind of try and go around.
He just hits
He
it
just
hard.
runs straight.
How old? He's like 26, 27. I think he realises that, like, he's got
He doesn't look at 8. He still looks like he's fucking 12.
He's got a good 6-7 years left, so might as well just go hard. You know what I mean? He didn't come in when he was 20 and had to watch his body. And he's coming a bit mature. Like, he's coming to that age where he can just rip and tear.
Taruva.
Solid. Like, just mini Toto, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like, proper scary.
Yeah, he just very similar to Toto. I think they both
It's-
had quite similar games.
It's like they're trying to outdo each other. It's probably a good mentality to
Yeah.
have, really. Like,
He didn't do a whole lot,
but he didn't do a whole lot wrong either.
but he just ran 150 meters. Yeah,
Dude,
few tackle breaks.
the fact
Just
that
kind of did his job.
the whole backline averages, 130 metres is fucking stupid.
Yeah, didn't really get any opportunities in attack, but didn't
Yeah.
miss any opportunities
Very,
either. So
very clunky, the old Penrith attack in the first half.
we'll go Toto now.
Yep.
Again, same thing. He
Same
just
thing. Just
ran hard.
once that headgear came off, he just turned the switch.
Oh,
Whoever took that headgear off him should be fined. You know, I'm blaming you.
Maybe.
Even though it was the first half. No. Like, whoever it was in the Broncos team that ripped his headgear off in that tackle. I'm blaming you.
That's the reason you've lost.
Dude, that was fucking... Yeah, he was on some shit.
He's a different beast without his headgear.
That hair comes out. GG. I should have known from there.
Targo.
Solid. Didn't...
I'll tell you what, he doesn't like to pass, does he?
He could have... Look, the first one, I'm okay with him holding. The second one to Toto, he should have passed. He drew in... He drew in the winger with ease. Like, the winger sort of had to come in.
Yeah.
His outside shoulder was free and... Yeah, Toto must have... I don't know. Not mates. No, they're mates. But, yeah, maybe just a bit of pressure. Didn't want to...
Yeah.
Throw it over the sideline and then, you know, could turn into points. Who knows how he was thinking there.
Stephen Crichton, his last game for Penrith.
Fuck, he's good. Last game.
They're gonna miss him.
Yeah, but they'll find some fucking junior development player in the next 2-3 years. If they already haven't got one, which wouldn't fucking surprise me either.
What they'll miss more than anything is defence, though.
Oh, his defence is fucked.
He's the best
defensive
centre by a long way.
It's not even close. I couldn't even give you the second. Probably Tungo. Like, let's be honest, it's probably both those bastards that nothing got past them. Hey, like, Cobbo was in a straitjacket. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
And when he did, he tried to go outside shoulder, and he just got peppered.
Well, and then towards the end, that little grubber into in goal got the dropout. If he doesn't do that, they don't win.
Like, the momentum was inclining, and then that. You could just tell that was the moment.
And then his little intercept with about 20 to go.
Yeah.
Brisbane were right on top there.
Only one diving at the ball. And who is it?
If Brisbane score there and Penrith were on the ropes, they looked absolutely dead.
Well, you think about it.
If they score, there's no chance Penrith come back now.
Crichton had to come in off his edge to get that ball.
Well, he's in the middle of the field.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If Brisbane get that ball, he's out of position, they just go short side and score.
Yeah.
Piss easy. Like, and that's it. Lock up shop, it's 32-6 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, that was the moment.
Is he one of the biggest big game moment players? Like, I'm not saying he's the best player, as in, when there is a moment to win or lose a game, he 99 times out of 100 never fails. Ever.
He steps up in those moments, doesn't he?
I've never seen him get run around. When I truly think about this, I've never seen anyone burn him for pace, smash him off the ball. Like, it's
especially in Grand Final, it was like taking those intercepts and...
Honestly, if Cleary wasn't Superman that last 20 minutes, he was my medalist. He was...
Yeah.
Perfect.
They wouldn't have won without Cleary.
He was the... Yeah, true. That's what I mean. If he didn't turn into prime fucking Johns...
Alright, now the halves. Jerome Luai.
He came off.
He came off. Didn't do much when he was on either.
But he also didn't really have to do much. Like,
yeah.
He was just...
I mean, he made his tackles.
Yeah.
He was... I don't know. He missed a few last tackle plays, I think. They were very clunky with their last tackle plays.
They looked good better on the short side than they did when they had the open field.
The amount of times on last tackle when it went to Luai instead of Cleary and he didn't really know what to do, he kind of ran around.
Yeah, looking for something.
Yeah, and either got tackled or...
Could that be a game plan though? Hoping that one of the Broncos forwards bite or an edge?
Maybe just hoping they put the pressure on Cleary and then...
Because when you think about it, the last 20 minutes, those Broncos boys were fucking spent.
Yeah.
They were tired, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't looking like it was working for him, but...
But yeah...
Hey, they got the result, so...
Well, I think we should have to speak about Cogger quickly because he sort of had to play that last 25 minutes. He didn't do a thing wrong. He got caught once with the ball when he shouldn't have, but other than that, he just played his role.
Well, he just got the ball, gave it to Cleary. He knew what to do.
But even when he had to make a play, he didn't overthrow it. He just threw it to Critter, took it in.
Yeah.
Got to dummy half, threw it to someone else.
Yeah.
That's it. So he was good. Knights fans, good backup.
I think that's the thing with all these guys. They just did their job. They did exactly what they had to do.
They're very they just do it. It's a good culture to be around.
Like there's no one here that went, geez, they had a bit of a shocker.
Yeah.
Now we'll go on to Nathan Cleary.
He was just fucked.
I'll tell you what, he didn't have a great first 60 minutes though.
Well, I don't think he really had an opportunity,
he missed, 2 tackles on Ezra Mann that led to tries,
Yeah.
which he's normally really good defensively.
But I've also got to say, Lindsay Smith going out to the edge, obviously Mam identified that he was a lot quicker and targeted him and Tungo. And obviously Cleary couldn't get across because he had to worry about the middleman. So, fuck, that was good awareness from Mam.
Yeah.
Because both tries were on Lindsay Smith.
Yeah.
And he's a forward. Let's not beat around the bush. He's a forward, out and out forward. Like, he's no edge player. He just got fun around. Poor bastard.
Moses Leota. He had a great game.
He was close to a 10, dude. He did not fuck up once. He was so good. So good.
And along with Fisher Harris, they just both ran so hard. Did not stop. Like, he played, what?
It's like they get offended, eh? Like pre-game, those two were just flaring up.
Yeah.
And it showed the whole 80 minutes of just dominant, like not even dominance, but just grit, hard work.
Well, I think it actually helped them that Brisbane's pack was so solid as well. It kind of gave them that challenge.
It was nice to watch two packs just belt each other.
Yeah. Because we haven't seen that for a while. Like, normally it's just one forward pack gets on top and then they kind of run over him.
That's the end of it. Like,
whereas that Brisbane pack really gave it back to him.
Oh, big time. And Flegler and Haas, I think Flegler...
If you're comparing the two packs, would you say that one got over the top of the other one, or...?
Yes and no, because I think Brisbane got over the top of Penrith in the first 35, and then Penrith got on top of them for the next 30, half an hour, and the last 20 minutes, I can't even blame the Broncos.
It wasn't in the forwards, no.
Because they were still fucking outstanding. It was, I don't...
This is fucking Cleary.
I can't even, like, I want to say Cleary brilliance, and I agree with it, but, what the fuck happened on the edges for the Broncos? It wasn't the middles, it was the edge.
Yeah.
Those edges just... I don't know. I don't want to say they got lazy. I think maybe the moments just got to them, maybe. I don't know.
Ezra Mann took that dummy off Cleary for the first try.
And that was a very... Oh, look, it's easy said than done, but Mann probably is looking at that and going, fuck, why did I bite at a dummy for Lindsay Smith?
Yeah.
On an edge. Like... Oh, it's so hard, bro, because we're just sitting on a couch watching it. It would be fucking so hard to evaluate in real speed, real time, fatigue. Like, imagine his adrenaline. He's just scored 3 fucking tries, and he's going, I can't do anything wrong. Boom, dummy, they score. Fuck. Like.
What about Mitch Kinney? Scored the first try.
Oh, dude, right place, right time.
If you had him as first try scorer, you've done well.
System player at its finest, and he said it after the game. I just play my shit, and I do what I'm told. And
he just makes his tackles.
Such a good trait.
Passes well.
Like, imagine a bloke in that environment.
He didn't miss 10 tackles though.
Yeah, but the thing was, those missed tackles could be just drop-offs.
Yeah.
And by then, the second or third man could have flown in. And I guess when you got Flegler and Haas, I assume your poor hooker's going to miss 5 to 10 tackles just with the brute power those two boys have.
We've talked about it. Fisher Harris, very similar to Leota, just ran hard, did his job.
Do you want to just do the bench as a whole for Penrith? Because, like, they were all just good.
They were all just good. Yeah.
I can't say one was better than the other.
Same as Lenu, he came in.
Like a maniac. Like, as per normal.
I will talk about Liam Martin. I don't think he had his best game. He was very quiet.
For who he is, I was surprised. I don't know if he had an injury, but he just didn't want the ball as much as, like, we all know Liam Martin wants that fucking ball. But then he makes one good run that leads to the try, and it's like, there he is.
I mean, I guess the second rows from both teams didn't really get too involved. Like, it was either just the forwards battling it out, and then the halves just kind of off the back of it. There wasn't really any need for the...
It was like looking into a mirror when you really think about it. The wingers would fucking cart the ball up as best they could, then the middlemen would come in, and it was just do chess.
Very evenly. It was strange, like, just how similar their styles were, I suppose.
I mean, we're talking about Toto and Taruva. Like, look at the Broncos wingers, man. They, like, Cobbo, yes, a bit quiet, but yes, he was still taking them carries out of his 15, 10, whatever you want to call it. And Jesse Arthurs, man, he was playing like it was his last ever football game of his life. That man was running straight lines at the forwards to try and he got, 3 or 4 line breaks off the top of my head that I remember. And Dylan Edwards had to make you could say, a try-scoring tackle on him because he got through quite easily just with fucking effort. Broncos are going to be a good team, like, very hard team to beat next year.
Yeah.
Because this, like, I don't want to say trauma, but this loss is going to stew.
Well, they're only going to get better.
Big time.
So
look how upset Payne Haas was, just one person.
I can see them getting to another level. I can't see Penrith going above where they are now.
Well, it depends what...
I can see them maintaining this level.
Yeah,
but I can't see them...
Oh, fuck, man. Cleary's only 25.
Yeah.
That's the scariest part about this whole thing, man. Cleary is 25, and halves play till about 35. We've got 10 more great years of Cleary. I don't know if I can agree with you. I'm scared, dude. Because now they've got some money. The thing is...
Do they, though?
I don't think they've put... How much...
They've re-signed Dylan Edwards.
Oh, they did re-sign Edwards. Did they re-sign Luai?
Not yet.
That's the big question mark. And he shouldn't have to take a pay cut to win, but it's sad because he's the third one to be re-signed. That's how it's going to be for him.
Yeah.
Do I want to win or do I want to make some money? And either or, make your money for yourself and your family.
Well, I think they've said they can only offer him $700K. That's all they've got for him.
Which is still hectic when like. But then again,
but you know, the Tigers or the Bulldogs are going to offer him fucking 1.2.
Dragons, but that's how it works, bro. The better the team, the year they have to pay overs to bring talent to the site. It's a good system, I guess, because.
Well, that's the advantage of developing your own players. You get them cheap and you get them to stay for less. So
they've got 5 good years out of Cleary and Thingo now, and. It's just... It depends how they're going to replace Lenu, Critter. If they can just find another gem, we might be in trouble here. We could be saying 4 in a row. Like, it's scary, bro.
Do you reckon they'll have the same, I guess, passion and drive to win 4 in a row? Or do you reckon now that they've got 3-peat, they kind of...
I think...
Just take the foot off the brake a little bit.
I think they will have the same drive and passion, but I think the target will now be fucking humongous.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So they've won the 3, and rightfully so, they can be cocky. I don't care what the media says. They've got every right to fucking flaunt the fact that they've won 3 in a row. But now, every week for them could be like a semi-final feel, like even in the regular season. Because the Titans will want to go at them.
Yeah.
The Eels will want to go at them. Even the Tigers will want to... But you know what? Fuck this. I'm sick of these pricks,
Well, the Tigers have got a record against them, actually.
But even then, it's like... I don't know, man. Can we just... Come to the Sharks, the whole Panthers side, please.
Well, there you go. What did you make of him?
I don't want to use the word quiet, because he wasn't. I think he just ran good lines, to be honest. He literally let the big boys do their job.
Yeah.
And he just fit in where he could. It was like a captain.
Yeah, he wasn't as involved as he normally is, but yeah, exactly.
It was perfect. It was like a captain-like performance.
Yeah.
He knew when to come in. He knew when to sit back.
I'd like to see him like that, actually, a bit more in Origin.
Yeah,
because in Origin, I feel like he overplays his hand a little bit.
He's like a third
much.
half.
Yeah.
He's dead set like a third.
Which he doesn't need to be.
Yeah, of course not. Not with the talent in the Blues camp. Should we move to the Broncos?
Let's go to the Broncos. Reece Walsh.
He's going to get a lot of hate, but you got to remember it's his first fucking finals run with the Broncos.
Yeah.
Look, I wanted him to do better, and I think everyone did, but that's the whole beauty of this game.
I think the problem he has is the way he conducts himself, which is I have no issue with.
Yeah.
But when you do conduct yourself like that, you open yourself up for criticism.
Yeah.
And if you don't play well, you're gonna cop it.
Yeah. I think he's 20.
It's the same as Luai.
He's 21. I think we just got to remember he's 21.
Same as Luai, like he has.
Yeah.
And as you said, he's won 3 comps in a row. He's allowed to carry on.
For me, if you win comps,
if he
go for it.
If he has a quiet game, then people are going to get off and just fucking rip him.
Quickly, what do you think about the comments that he made to that young
That's
fan?
fucking nothing.
I reckon that's play on.
I don't understand how it's even a
if a regular
fucking news article. To be honest,
if you or I are giving stick to a player, I think they have every right within reason to pepper you back. A quick little jab, just a quick
Unless you're Val Holmes.
No, Val Holmes. Can you aim for his head next time? Yeah, I think he played alright, but not to what we know Reece Walsh has done for 92% of the year.
Made a few errors. He kicked a fair bit, and
Well, the kicks.
Couple of 7 tackle sets.
Well, yeah, the 2 7 tackle sets were his. None were, the halves.
Yeah. Dropped the ball I think a few times.
But I've also got to respect the fact that he's trying to take the gap. Like, bro, not many people in his position would go, okay, you know what, I'm going to try a big kick here.
Yeah.
So I reckon, they're going to be coming on hard next year, eh? Broncos fans, it's going to be a good couple of years, I dare say.
One thing I was very disappointed with him is his support play. There were a few moments, especially in that second half, where they kind of made half breaks, the Broncos.
And he's always there.
And there was no one there to support. You look at Clint Gutherson, even Dylan Edwards. Every time there's a half break, a little opportunity, they're always in and around the ball, looking for that offload, looking for that pass back on the inside. Reece Walsh, he was kind of walking around the back, doing.
It's sort of true, though. Like, every fullback in the league now is so good with that support playing, final pass.
Yeah.
And Reece Walsh is great at it. He's
been doing it throughout the whole year, every game. Like, I don't know whether he was just tired.
Fatigue? I don't know. It's hard to say, really, eh? Because you're right. He wasn't really his best when it came to support playing. Because he normally is.
There were a few moments, and then they pan to the wide shot, and you just see him kind of walking around the back.
He's in the back play, sort of setting up for the next.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sort of weird. It's true. You're right. You're very right in saying that.
But whether, just because the intensity was so much more than probably any other game he's played in, whether it just took it out of him or.
I think it's just. Bro,
he copped a bit of a knock as well in that early on in the game, whether he was carrying a bit of an injury.
Officiating was great. Why can't you do that every week?
Shout out to the ref, Adam G.
Of every year. And I've seen some TikTok compilations of Panthers cheated. No, dude, there was calls both ways. I don't want to hear the fucking. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
No, that's the best refereed game for years, I reckon.
Why can't we do that from round 1 to round 26 or whatever? How many rounds we got now? Too many.
Get rid of Ashley Klein. Fuck him off.
Wow. Shout out Ashley.
Made another enemy.
The wingers.
Well, we've touched on Jesse Arthurs.
Yin and yang, in my opinion.
He had an outstanding game.
He was fucking crazy.
Just ran. He was that Toto kind of player without the Toto body.
Well, you think about it. He's keeping Corey Oates out of the side.
Yeah.
Corey Oates, who is, and you see why. He really showed why he deserves to keep that spot.
And then the other one, Selwyn Cobbo. Definitely didn't have his best game.
Yeah, not great from Selwyn.
No.
I just don't know why he went away from his strengths of running hard off the kick. Because he took the kicks great. Took all the bombs well. And then just was trying to play the ball too quick or go to the outside shoulder on the corner. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
You've got Critter ready to take you out with ease. Not his best.
No.
So we'll move on.
Centre's Katoni Stagg.
You know what? I thought he played good.
I thought he could.
It's hard.
Good moments.
I think being a centre, a strike centre like he is, it's hard to get yourself in the game when it's very middleman dominated.
He definitely tried though.
Yeah.
He tried to get involved.
He came off the edge for plenty of carries.
Maybe 16 runs, 7 tackle breaks. So
that's what I mean.
He definitely made an impact.
You didn't hear much from him, but when he did, it was impactful. It was
made a couple of kind of half breaks.
Yep.
But yeah, but just Penrith defence.
Suffocating. It's proper suffocating, man.
Herbie Farnworth. He was pretty solid as well. Ran a lot.
Yeah, he was involved. They were on that left side a bit more than the right, eh?
I think he took a few more carries. Just like as your Toto did.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really see much Cobbo doing it, but you saw Farnworth a few times.
Dolphins are getting two really good players, eh? When you break it down, Farnworth and Flegler, like really.
They're players that can make a real difference.
Yeah, for their culture.
Mm.
Just like no one thought they'd win 4 games this year, and they won like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if they play with the same kind of brand they did this year, and they can stay fit, like they had Jeremy Marshall King out for most of the season,
and he was actually playing quite well.
and he was one of their best players.
He was.
So if they can keep fit with these two players, Flegler and Farnsworth,
Yeah. It just
they can make a top 8 next year.
it literally just takes a bit of pressure off the rest of the players, eh?
Mm.
Like having 2 blokes that you know are going to come in with this like great work ethic, grand finalists. They're pissed off.
Yeah.
Under Wayne Bennett. Jesus Christ.
Moving on to Ezra Mann. What a game.
Hat-trick hero. Yeah, I'm still calling him a hero, dude.
He's Clive Churchill if Cleary doesn't do what he did.
Oh, if he... Yeah.
Definitely.
He was unreal that last halfer.
Yeah.
And then he was also... It's so hard, bro. It's such a... He was great, in my opinion. He had a great game. Just missed a few tackles that he probably wish he didn't miss. But 3 tries in the grand final.
Yeah.
That's fucking... Especially the halfback.
Well, no one's ever done it in a grand final as a halfback. 3 tries.
Yeah. And Panthers were obviously peppering Reynolds, so he had a bit of freedom. Not much freedom, but he had a bit more than Reynolds.
Yeah.
But when he noticed that Lindsay Smith was defending as the back rower, while I think there was a HIA, because he was there for about 8 minutes.
Mm.
I remember just seeing him there for about 4 or 5 sets.
That's probably when Yo went off.
Well, and that's when they brought in Garner, because they realised, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
So he just noticed that and went, yep, 3 tries, thanks, cheers. He's just beating for pace. It was nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
And bro, how strong are his legs? Just pushing through some of those half tackles. Just
Well, that's it. He's going through Cleary. He's one of the better
considered one of the
defensive halves in the game.
Yeah, considered one of the best.
And he's just shrugging him off like he's nothing. What about Reynolds?
I think Paul Reynolds, Penrith made it their mission to give him 0 time on the ball.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Mm.
I think Tungo was told, as soon as he touches that ball, scramble, run at him, and we'll fix it. Toto was caught coming in a lot of times, but because Reynolds had no time to react, he couldn't get that ball out to the wing. Because Tungo and Toto obviously had a plan of just bum rushing the fuck out of him, and it worked. Great game plan. It worked.
Missed that tackle on Cleary at the end.
My heart goes out to him, bro. The intercept for the Rabbits. Not him, but still being a part of that moment. Now this. And Fox Sports, you can get fucked. Your articles are fucked. Clickbaity motherfuckers. I hope... Oh, if you're a writer from Fox Sports, put your name on your fucking work, you cowards. You are a bunch of cowards.
Yeah, none of these staff writers.
Bro, I saw some of the most... where does this tarnish Reynolds' accolades? He's been to 3 fucking grand finals.
Did you hear what...
8 preliminaries.
Did you hear what Buzz was saying?
Oh, this makes me not want to be a Sharks fan. I don't even know what he said.
Yeah, he's saying, I hope that next year is his last year. He looks like he's getting towards the back end of his career. He's had a great career, but he needs to pull up stumps next year.
I think Buzz might have a bit of dementia tapped in.
He's got fucking something.
Reynolds has been to, 9 preliminaries, 3 grand finals, and only missed it, I believe, twice. Once with the Broncos and once with the Rabbits. You're telling me he's not up there with Daly Cherry Evans, Cameron Munster? If not, he's probably better than them at the moment.
But he's almost in career best form.
He has one... I can't even call it a bad game because Penrith just peppered the poor cunt.
Yeah.
They peppered him. Rewatch it. Like, he had no time on the ball. The only time he had time on the ball is when he was the second phase. That's it. And Penrith were happy with that. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Fox Sports.
Fuck
And
you,
I'll leave it at that. Fuck you, Fox Sports. Put your name on your work, you cowards.
Alright, we'll go to the forwards. Flegler, Haas.
Unbelievable. 10 out of 10. Perfect game. I cannot fault them.
He played 65 minutes, Haas.
It's crazy. He could play 80. It depends on the matchup. And I think he needed a rest. Not because he was fucked. Just for the moment.
Yeah.
Get him back in fresh.
41 tackles.
He's unbelievable.
150 metres, 63 post-contact metres.
Like,
Insane.
for Flegler to want to leave the Broncos, who he loves, like he loves that club. He said it before. Wayne Bennett must just, he must offer some just great coaching or just be a good bloke, dude.
Well, it's just... I feel like every player in the NRL would want to be coached by Wayne Bennett at some stage of their career.
And there's no real reason. Everyone that's spoken about him is just like, man, he cares about you as the person.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck about the player. It's you as the person. And I think that goes a long way. It must do.
Yeah.
Because 80% of the league would leave their contract for a chance to know what it's like to be coached by him. He's intense, but fuck, something's right. It works.
And then Flegler would just
Amazing.
score that try.
The banana farmer. Amazing. He was just running like a gazelle.
Yeah.
All game. Madman sort of shit.
Billy Walters.
I think, again, he's a system... Look, he had a great game last week, but I think he played well.
Well, he got that 40-20 early on in the half.
Yep.
In the first half.
But then Smoothie came on, weirdly.
He only played 44 minutes, Billy Walters.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's just because of the physicality?
Must have been.
Because
he's a lot better than Smoothie.
Well, Smoothie's just your backup. Like, he's just there to, I guess, tackle.
Yeah.
In the sense, like... It's, strange. But I guess there's reason for it.
Yeah, he must have just been fucked.
I think Walters picked Smoothie as a physicality pick. And it was physical, so... I mean, it was a good pick.
Yeah.
But, it was strange.
Capewell.
Quiet. Not in a bad way. He ran good lines. Again, Penrith just fucking jammed.
Yeah. Well, I guess being a former Penrith player as well, they know his game. And
They know exactly where he likes to run, how he likes to run, at what pace.
Jordan Ricky.
I thought he was really good. Take away the game-winning missing tackle. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, really good.
But he ran hard.
I'd say he was my top 3 performer
He
for the Broncos.
I think it was Dylan Edwards that stopped him close to the line.
He did.
It looked like he was pretty much
Going to score. Yeah.
Carrigan, he's outstanding.
Just Carrigan.
Just doing his thing.
Just solid as ever.
71 minutes.
Future fucking kangaroo skipper. Don't at me.
Yeah, the bench, Smoothie, we already talked about him. And I feel like you can kind of lump all these players, Piacora, Hetherington, and Palacia.
Little shout out to Hetherington. Somehow, some way stopping Lenu.
That was a tackle and a half.
Was it Lenu?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Somehow.
Or Leota.
It was Leota. Somehow stopping Leota.
Yeah.
Like that close to the line is... It was like a spine buster cunt. He just stood in the way and took all the force.
No, that was the tackle of the night, I think.
Easily. Like, it stopped... I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. It's, good.
So, that's 3 in a row for Penrith. Where do you rank this team
I seriously...
on the last 2 premierships? Which one of the 3 do you
is
think
the
is
most
best
impressive?
team?
Look, no offense to the Eels one. That was sort of easy for them.
Yeah. But did they make it look easy?
Look...
Because I've never seen a more dominant.
You can attest to this. Your forward pack got fucking rolled over for the first time probably that whole year.
Yeah.
So, I think that was their easiest one because it just opened up the edges,
Yeah.
and that's where that's where they scored all their fucking points. I think this team might be the best talent wise. Talent they've got this year is, could be anything. Like, yeah. What about you?
I think, on paper, I think the first...
Against the Rabbits?
Yeah.
Or against the loss against the Storm? Because remember, this is their fourth now. This is their
the one against the Rabbits. I think you
Yeah.
got Kikau, Coruscant.
Seeing how Kikau...
I think you put Kikau and Coruscant into this team now.
Oh, true. But, do you think Kikau...
But then Cleary, Yo probably doesn't have the same... Wasn't
impact?
quite as good as,
That's true. Do you think sometimes it can kill you having too much talent? Like, imagine adding Appy back to this. Imagine adding Kikau back to the back line. It's tricky, eh? It's like, when you really think about it, it's... Because they all want the ball, let's face it. Everyone wants the ball. Whereas Mitch Kenny's like, nah.
Will you
It's all
look
good,
at
baby.
when they were playing their best in that last 20 minutes? It was when Luai was off, and it was literally just Cleary just doing it all himself.
Directing and getting the boys forward. That's true.
So, yeah. Good point. Too many mouths to feed.
Well, do you think Kikau is now the first player to lead Penrith, and it sort of shows that it was the system and the Panthers as a whole?
I think there's definitely a
What do you think
few players like that have left Penrith and
because Coruscant
not stayed at that level.
has sort of gotten better.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gotten better or he looks better because he's with the Tigers, but Coruscant seems to have gotten better.
Yeah.
Whereas Kikau was sort of just...
What's the same with Burden?
Tricky one with him. That's a real tricky one.
When Burden was playing 5'8" for Penrith,
He looked amazing.
he looked like he was going to be the next immortal.
He beat the Sharks with, like, just him and fucking no one else one week. Like, the year he was with the Panthers. I remember it. I was so pissed off sitting there going, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Who is this kid?
Yeah.
I think he had 2 tries, 3 tries assists. He just killed us. Tricky. Shall we move on?
Let's move on. Had the Dally M's through the week.
Yep.
Now, a little bit of controversy.
Yes and no.
So, obviously, Ponga got up
By 1 point.
by 1 point. You didn't even have him as your fullback of the year.
No. But mine's more. Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Johnson obviously is the big one that everyone expected was going to win it.
Yeah. I think the whole league sort of thought. Even players, by the sounds of it.
What did you make of it?
Well, this is what I find a bit sad. Ponga had a great year. He did. Like, right, a lot of ups and downs. He was thinking about retirement, head knocks, this, that, the next thing. Then he brings Newcastle on this absolute behemoth run of 10 unbeaten, and he was the focal point in about 8 of those games. I think he deserves to win it, but I also think Sean Johnson deserved it that bit more. Just that, not by much, but just that bit more.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting any younger, and the year he had, you could arguably say, is his best yet.
Yeah, I think without a doubt.
By far. He's taken his Warriors team and turned them into a genuine threat for years to come. Even when he leaves, he's got this, he's put the DNA within the team. That's how we're going to play. We'll live by it, we'll die by it.
Do you think there's a problem with the system?
Why are we up to 6 points, 5 points, 3 points?
Because there's 2 judges now instead of 1 judge.
Why did we go to 2 judges?
Don't know.
There's too many opinions now. What if that judge grew up being a fucking Seagulls fan?
Yeah.
And, I don't know, the Seagulls got flogged by the Knights one time, so let's give Sean Johnson 4 points when he deserved... there's so many variables. I think it should just be 1. Because then you can solely go, okay, live by the sword, die by the sword. Now you can go at 2 people and go, why did you give Ponga 5 points there?
And because there's 6 points per game, like if Kalen Ponga, like he did, goes on a run, every game that Newcastle's winning, he's picking up 6 points. So
which I find a bit sus too.
It gets you up very quickly.
Do you find that a bit sus? The weeks that Marju had a hat trick, or 4, was it 4? Or Dom Young had 4?
Yeah.
He got 2 points.
Yeah.
4 tries, and I think it was 278 metres. 2 points. And you're telling me that's not worth like 4 to 5?
Well,
4 tries in a game.
I think Sean Johnson in round 25, it was against Manly,
Yep.
and I think he got 1 or 2 try assists, kicked a field goal to kind of seal the game,
Yep.
and he got no points for that.
0. And
So-
then I think someone's already broken this down on TikTok. Vanilla Blake didn't have a great game. It was sort of just everyone played solidly.
Yeah.
And then Sean Johnson stood out.
Yeah.
Weird system. Like, congrats to Ponga. I'm not taking nothing away from Ponga. I mean this.
Oh, he had a great year.
But Sean Johnson's not getting any younger. And this is Ponga's 3rd time in the top 5 in his career so far. So,
And it's hard when you've got other players from your team performing well.
I
Whereas
seriously...
at Newcastle, it was just all Ponga.
I seriously thought Frizzell, the odd game, could have taken points. Gagai could have taken points the odd game. And Dom Young. You're telling me Dom Young did not accumulate more than I think it was 8 points in those 10 weeks?
It's hard for wingers to get points, though.
But bro, if you're trying 4 tries and the shit he was doing meterage, you'd be dirty.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well just make the
But is,
daily...
he only scoring those tries off the back of Ponga?
That's what people are trying to break down now. Where did they come from?
Yeah.
Were they a solo effort? Was it a try assist? A line break assist? Because we broke down the numbers, and Sean clears him in 6 of the 8.
Yeah.
But the two that Ponga wins, he clears Sean Johnson, like line break assists and post contact meters. I tried to make it fair because they're 2 different positions.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick like tackles because obviously Sean Johnson would have 1,000 more tackles made. I picked conversions because they both kicked enough to. I think Sean Johnson won by 6.6%, so it wasn't by much. But I compared stats to what I thought was fair for either player.
Yeah.
And Sean Johnson, this is all of NRL.com, by the way, was on top. So, congrats to Ponga, but then something needs to just let them tie, for fuck's sake. Because look what's happened now. We're all talking about it in a negative kind of. Like, do you think Ponga wants this media? No.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad, bro. It's actually sad as fuck.
Now, what I do want to go through, I won't go through every position for the Dally M. I want to go through hooker though. Hooker, because last week
Yeah.
you sat here
That's right.
and tried to convince me that fucking what's his name? Blake Brayley
But
would be the fucking hooker of the year.
no. I asked you to give me 5 better hookers, and you struggled to give me 3. Other than Harry Grant, because we took him out of the conversation, and you struggled, and I agreed and disagreed.
That's still 3 better than.
Yeah, but you struggled. There was struggle. Like, you could have just went fucking boom, boom, boom. You went So
Still got 3 out.
you did, but run back the clip. Took about 2.5 minutes. Yeah, that's me, mate. Look up on the wall, right there somewhere. That's what I'm saying.
Gotta take your shark glasses off sometimes, mate.
Yeah, sometimes. Sharks forever, eels never. So
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to next year. Sharks Para.
we got to do like a vlog or some shit. Like we got to do something.
The Rough Rigs Cup.
Dude, that's it. Not the John Manor Cup. It's the Rough Rigs Cup. Yeah. So Blake Bailey better than fucking. He's the best.
Harry
Yeah.
Right.
Harry Grant cheated. I think he put his own stats in.
There you go.
He must have. How could he have like 400 extra running meters than any other hooker? Tell me.
I'll tell you what, I think Coruscant was probably one of the best hookers too.
He played like 14 positions.
He's
before
not
Boston.
getting any points at the Tigers, so.
Well, you think he could, but he got
Well,
injured.
they've got to fucking win. for him
Someone
to get
punched him in
points.
the mouth to break his mouth for 8 weeks or whatever it was.
Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
we'll move on.
Go the Sharks.
Because a bit of cricket going around.
Yep.
World Cup starts next week.
Is that the 5th? No.
Our first game's on Sunday. I think Thursday it kicks off
It kicks off at
with England, New Zealand, I believe.
we've run through this. India's going to win by fucking...
Which I don't understand. A mate brought it up to me yesterday. Because normally the World Cup, the home team kicks it off, right?
Yep, they aren't. Oh, they're not.
They're playing on like 3 days later.
Yeah, that's true. What? Come on, India.
No.
You should...
It's a bit strange. And also,
Is it time what? No, surely it couldn't.
No.
Nah.
Because they're all
Well, they're all there.
starting
It's
at the
like,
same time,
yeah, fuck. It's yeah. I don't know.
So, yeah, because it's New Zealand, England, because they won the last comp. Like the last
Yeah,
World
fucking
Cup.
England cheated New Zealand. Let's
Yeah.
not talk about that. But what do you... They have some of the hardest luck going, eh? Super overs to lose, like, a T20 World Cup and Kane Williamson getting ripped off and... Fuck you, England.
Yeah. But they got the warm-up games at the moment. And Australia played the mighty Netherlands the other day.
Yeah,
Absolutely fucking smashed them.
mighty.
Stark took a hat-trick off just bowling at the stumps.
Well, he just rolled it down the wicket
Just let go of the ball.
and they forgot they had a piece of wood in their hands to use, but I would too. If Stark was coming to me, I'd say, here you go, buddy. Hit him. So,
Please don't break my foot.
I would just like to see us do well. That's all.
I mean, we always do stand up in those big tournaments, even though our form hasn't been the best leading into it.
True.
We did beat India in that last one-dayer.
Because we actually sent out a good team.
Yeah.
India sort of sent out their B side, I'd say. It went from their F side to their B side.
Virat was back, wasn't he?
Virat was back. Just a few extra. I can't name that bowler, but he came back. Bumrah, dude, poor guy. First came back. He's a tired man, playing in that fucking 60-degree weather, whatever the fuck it is over there. Drinks breaks every 3.5 balls. Like, a lot going on.
So,
We'll just touch on this. AFL, Magpies, winners.
yeah.
I watched it for about the first 3.5 quarters before I had to go out. It was actually fucking good. Like, Brisbane Lion had all the momentum heading into the fourth, and then the Magpies just demon time. They just fucking took over and just sort of held on, really.
Because they were leading at one point, weren't they? The Lions?
Lions are up like 2 or 3 goals,
Yeah.
and we're controlling the ruck really well. Like to the point where the Magpies were only scoring off fucking counter attacks. But AFL can be so fucking good to watch, man. I know you're not massive into it, but fuck, it's good.
I don't know. There's just a lot going on.
It's not that I watch it all the time, but when I watch it, I'm like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
bit of boys, bit of
I
action.
feel like it'd be good to go to live.
Yeah,
I can't get into it on the TV.
I went to one game and it cost me like $22.
Yeah.
And it was like an 80,000 sold out, and it was just a regular round 8. I think I want to say it was like Carlton versus Magpies, and I'm pretty sure they got a massive rivalry, so that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But just seeing 80,000 people at the MCG, just like,
I love how they get their crowds for just regular season
bro,
games.
you know what it is? Their tickets are cheap.
Yeah.
Like, their tickets are cheap. You can't go to an NRL game and get a $18 ticket anymore. You can't. Unless they can't sell tickets, and on the day it's like $10 tickets
Yeah.
at the front. Like,
And then you sit at like the back of the hill.
yeah, it's fucked. That's where the AFL are winning. They're getting more fans in because of how cheap their tickets are.
Yeah.
And the product, obviously, but... Alright, moving on.
Yes. Well, you've got a question.
I've got a question of the
Got
week.
a question.
And this is for YouTube viewers because I'm going to get a lot of backlash. I can feel it. Top 5 soft drinks all time. This isn't like the best. This is your favourite.
Do you want to start us off?
I'll start with my 5, right? And these are all very like how I'm feeling, but just as a whole, these are my favourite. At number 5, you've got the raspberry Schweppes. If you know, you know. I don't have to go into detail. Raspberry Schweppes, number 5. Number 4, Pepsi Max. I think the best non-sugar drink.
Yeah.
It's up for discussion, but that's what I think.
No, I'd agree with that.
Number 3, I've got to put in. I've just got to have it in there because a lemonade, just a regular ass lemonade.
What kind of lemonade?
Schweppes, because Sprite have put something in their drinks.
Fuck Sprite.
What have they done, bro?
I used to be a massive Sprite fan.
What have they
used
done?
to be my drink of choice. But what they've done is because they've got like their Sprite zero sugar.
Yeah.
But they've actually put less sugar in their
the
normal Sprite and just made that shit. So
Because I wondered, I had a Sprite for like the first time in like This is probably a year because I don't really drink it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck has changed here?
No, they did it.
Wow.
They did it a couple years ago, and it's just shit.
Very shit.
Mm.
So fuck you, Sprite. Number 2, I'm going to go with Pepsi. Or some people call it Bepsi. Number 2. Number 1, I think this is going to be a fan favourite across the fucking rough riggers. Vanilla Coke. Now, I dislike regular Coke a lot. I cannot tell you why, and it's really weird. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather pick a Diet Coke over like a normal Coke. But you had that vanilla. Oh, dude, I'm sucking you off. Like, it's that good. So that's my 5.
I don't mind it.
It's different, a bit weird. So I've gone Schweppes, Pepsi Max, lemonade Schweppes, into regular Pepsi, into vanilla Coke. What about yours?
Alright, my
Give us your top 5.
number 5, I'll have just regular Pepsi.
Yep, big fan.
Actually, I'm changing it.
Oh, I take it. I take back.
Fuck Pepsi. I'm gonna have Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. That is nice.
So I've got that at 5. Number 4, Fanta. I like my Fanta.
Look, people that like their Fantas and their
Like it's not
sun-kissed, I get it.
it's not the one that I would go to every time, but
Yeah, it's solid.
on a hot day, I don't mind it.
I just can't stand the orange. Okay, not my list. Good list.
Number 3, we'll go Pepsi Max.
Damn.
I prefer Pepsi Max over Pepsi,
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of people
and
do.
it's the only like non-sugar variant of a drink that I would prefer over their normal
It's
drink.
fucking tasty, eh, bro? It's Pepsi Max, sponsor us.
Like, I don't know what they do to it, but it just tastes better.
How good is it, bro? Yep.
Like no other drink, everything is just like a worse version of
Like,
their normal
yeah,
drink.
Coke no sugar tastes
But
nothing
Pepsi
like
Max, I don't know what they do, but
it.
it's good.
I respect that. I wasn't expecting that, but I respect that a lot.
Number 2, I'm with you. Schweppes lemonade.
So good.
There's just something about it. The bubbles, I don't know what they do, but
I probably have it about 3 times a year,
Mm.
but it's always on like a fucking 37-degree day when I'm just like sculling the bitch. Just cause it's there. That's just me.
I don't mind the Kirk's lemonade too. That's all right.
Kirk's is good. Kirk's is like you're at your nan's house.
It's got to be a barbecue.
Yeah, you're at your nan's house. It's expired by 3 years. Yeah. It's there. You know it's expired, but somehow it still tastes alright. But yeah,
It's like wine. It just ages.
maybe that's a trick. They want it to be expired. Shout out.
And number 1, I've gone the Thirst Crusher
Okay.
Solo.
Yep.
I'm a big Solo fan.
The Solo is one of those drinks where it's either really loved or really hated, and I'm on the not a fan side.
It's so good.
Like,
I love a Solo.
lemon squash,
A Solo on a hot day.
a rusky. God damn.
Don't like Ruskies?
Nah. Well, I'll drink it, but I'm not like. It's not blowing wind up my skirt. It's really not. Let us know your top 5 in the comments, you bastards. It better be Pepsi or lemonade. That's all we're saying.
Up the Solo.
Have you got a best bet heading into a week of indifferent sports?
Yeah, Parramatta to win 2024. Load up.
What is
Paying
that?
$21, I think.
Oh my god.
Good value there.
Well, I think 21's fucking a bit short. Fucking hell.
I think Cronulla's only like...
Did they not see what they came last year to how they played?
I think
Hello, Tad.
Cronulla's paying like 15, so
Yeah, that's all. It makes sense. Top 8.
they're just stealing money off you.
Top 8, dude.
No.
2016, mate. I'll go back to 1930s for yours.
How did your best bet go this week?
No good.
None of them.
Well, Penrith didn't really go out to the wing.
Yeah.
So, and Stags, I did say only bet on Stags it's a pride bet. If he's in, sort of thing. If he's on, he's on. Now, can I just talk about something while you look up that?
Yeah.
Have you been seeing the trend on TikTok? Boy math.
Yes.
/ girl math.
I have.
Okay, I've got a boy math for you, and you tell me if you. I think we have the same thought process. So my boy math is, finish cricket, I meet up with Will and some other friends, and I'll say to Will, it's my shout on the first one, so I get his, mine, someone else's, whoever's there, I shout, right? So then when it's Will's turn, in my head I'm like, this is a free beer. That's my version of boy math.
Mm.
And I swear to you, every time you're like, it's my shout, even though I bought the first round, I'm like, oh, how good's a free beer? Or a free whatever the fuck we're drinking. Well, how do you see boy math?
I'm with you.
Same thing?
You know what else? When you go to the pokies.
Pokies. Ting ting.
Put 100 in.
Yep.
And then you're up to like 200.
Yep.
And then you get back down to 100. And you cash out there.
Because you feel good.
And you're like, I haven't lost anything.
True.
Like,
You've had a play.
you've done nothing.
True.
But
True. That is boy math.
you feel like, I've just got $100 out of the machine.
It's true though. Like it makes you like feel like, oh, I've done something here. Explain girl math. Do you think you can explain girl math, or would you like me to take over?
You go.
Okay, girl math. So we've got to tap into a woman's mind here, and girl math is, and I'm going to get a lot of hate from a certain somebody named Georgia, and that's fine. Girl math is going out to dinner with your boyfriend, let's just say to Chin Chin's, which is quite a nice establishment, and a certain somebody named Georgia doesn't pay, which is fine because we share. I'll pay for a dinner, she'll pay for a dinner. It's funny with Georgia, I end up always paying for the Chin Chins, the steakhouses, the Brazilian barbecues, but then when we want to relax a little Saturday, she's paying for the KFCs, the Chineses. I would say that's girl math to a T. I think that's a girl investment.
Mm.
And I once brought it up to Georgia. I said, hey darling, have you realised that every time it's my shout, when it's like we agree, one will shout one week, one will shout the next. Some days I'll just shout like 3 in a row, whatever. But when we agree, I'm like, have you noticed that I'm always paying for the nicer establishments in life? And it was so cute. She just looks at me and goes, no, and just guilty as ever. I just find it funny, eh? Girl math to a T. Or girl math is you get a cocktail with your girlfriend and she doesn't like hers, so you end up with the shit one that she ordered, and the one that you wanted ends up in her side of the table getting drunk by her. Welcome. Hey, Will, once you get a missus, tips and tricks. It's funny, but poor thing, she'll order this like lychee number and she thinks it's the hecticest thing ever. Comes out, she's like, I don't like it. Can I have yours? I'm not sure. I'm so used to it, so I'll just order. It's funny. I'm rating myself out. I'll just order a cocktail that I know she'll like, because I know I'm going to lose the cocktail anyway. It's weird. It's something I've learned to do, but I also like doing it. It makes her happy as shit. But that's girl math and boy math for me.
Good on you, mate.
What's that? I don't know what.
So
You've actually already done it. Oh no.
I've got my best bet.
Best bet for the week for Will. Here we go.
So, the one day World Cup's coming up.
Yep.
Mitchell Starc, he stands up in World Cup tournaments.
He does stand up.
I think the last 2 World Cups he was leading wicket taker.
Well, and his biggest fan is no longer here, so...
Well, there you go.
And I'm not going to say who. If you know, you know.
Shout out to Warnie.
Oh, well, I've just been rattled out.
Now, $12 for him to take the most wickets in this World Cup. Keep it very simple. Load up.
Can I ask who's the shortest?
Boomer, I believe.
Boomer.
Yeah.
The poor bastard's only just come back. Jesus Christ, some expectations.
Oh no, Kuldeep Yadav.
Is that the
Kuldeep
all-rounder?
Yadav, Bumrah, and...
Is that the all-rounder?
He's a spinner.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And Shaheen Shah Afridi, they're all $10.
I don't really have a best bet this week. Is that concerning? That's concerning, isn't it?
Well, there you go.
Can you get me up the run scorer market, please, sir? And
They're
I'll quickly have a peep.
most runs there?
Oh, got it. Most run scorer, Baba Azam, my boy. That man puts his heart and soul in for Pakistan, and if they can, does it only count for the regular, like the
Includes
group
finals.
stage? Ooh.
Includes finals.
You know, I'm sticking with him, Baba, my boy. I think Pakistan will have a deep run. So
You know what? I'm just having a look here. A bit of a smoky.
here we go.
Mitch Marsh, $23.
He's opening too, or possibly
Mm.
opening. I actually just saw another one that's tickling my fancy as a dark horse. Kane Williamson. He was like in the
Where's he?
21s,
Oh, yeah,
I believe.
21.
You know what? Bubba Azam and Kane Williamson are my short favourite odd and my long favourite odd. There you go. There's my bet of the week.
Not bad. Not bad.
Something-
Remember, you win some, you lose more.
He's gotten good at that. Hey, he's worked on it. He's gotten good at it.
I'm just in the shower practicing it, eh?
Only bet what you are willing to lose, please. Like, we are no experts. We are sitting on a fucking casting couch. We have no idea. We're regular Joes and we're proud of it.
Chances are you're about to lose.
True. Just like the Eels 2024 season.
No chance. Premiers, mate.
Fuck off.
I'll get a tattoo.
Yeah. If the Eels fucking make top 8, you should get a tattoo at this point. If the Eels win, you have to get a tattoo.
If they win the comp, absolutely.
Where would you get it? On the bicep or something? No,
Yeah,
bicep.
maybe. Bicep.
Yeah.
Maybe just on the arse.
Oh no! I've just seen the next thing on the show note. I'm gonna put my mic down. I think. Welcome back to episode 2 of Will's rant of the week. Take it
Yes.
away, Will.
Well, due to the success of last week's rant, a lot of comments about that. I'm going again here. Now, I was at home yesterday, having a few beverages, staying hydrated, and then I was like, I'm hungry. I would like some food. So I've opened up the Uber Eats because I'm being responsible. I don't want to drive anywhere. Can't drive up to Macca's, so
Good man. No, that's good. Good man.
I'll just have a look at the selections that are on offer.
McDonald's, or McDonald's.
Now, I ended up settling on some loaded fries
From
from I don't even know where. Wagyu something.
Wagyu Bros?
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
seen them. Yep.
Now they were good. Don't get me wrong, but I ordered them. Then you get your notification that your order is being picked up,
Yep.
and it was quite quick. I was like, oh, cool.
How good's this?
I'm hungry. Like I want my food
I
now.
had a few drinks. I'm a bit peckish.
Yeah. Now, before long, I noticed it changed. It said, your order will be there soon. It's just making a stop along the way. Which is like, you know what? I fucking don't like it, but I get it.
You got to pay for
I
that
get it.
priority, dude.
Then, they made the stop. Then there was a fucking another stop. There were 2 stops along
As
the
in,
way.
it was on the map, or he has just done the regular stop on your map and then done a random one in between.
No. It was on the map as 2 stops.
And then your house.
Yeah.
Why hell?
And the direction,
This is why I deleted Uber.
the directions of the stops were the fucking opposite direction of my house.
Oh, that would actually fucking piss me off.
So, because they don't tell you the first stop.
No, it's just like...
They don't tell you. But then he was there in like fucking somewhere else. And then it came up. There's another stop along the way. Which was closer to the house, but it's still out of the way.
out of the way. Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, it ended up being like a fucking an hour delivery from somewhere that was 10 minutes up the road. And the chips were fucking cold. So I've got cold loaded fries. So
I think this part's going to piss me off. Take it away.
I don't get why you're making multiple stops. I get the one stop, okay? I get it because you're trying to make people pay for your priority.
Yeah, $3.29 of fuck.
But when it's affecting the food quality that final person along the way is getting, how can you operate it? And then you try and get a refund off and they're like, oh no, sorry, it was within our allocated time.
That's why I deleted Uber, dude. Because when they do fuck up and you actually are being genuine,
Yeah.
and try and take your photos and show them that fucking this was the time I ordered, that was the time it came in, they just go, nah, sorry, you can get fucked.
Yeah.
But they probably should just write that.
Mm.
Get fucked. Instead of, sorry, unfortunately, like, fuck off.
So, and to make it all worse, by the way, the Uber driver,
Oh, no.
he's on a fucking scooter.
So he's lied. He's not on a car.
No, he's not in a car. He's in a
Report it.
fucking scooter
Bro, report him.
doing like 20 kilometres up the road. Like,
Yeah, that would piss me off. Honestly, that would actually piss me off.
get a fucking car, you fucking povo cunt, right?
Or just
And deliver my fucking food.
label that you're on a bike.
Yeah.
Be honest. So then, like, if it's a far way away, you'll get a car, not a
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking annoying.
I just don't get how they can make one stop in the opposite direction and then give you another stop. Like, have one stop that is along the way.
Yeah.
Sure, I can cop that. But
No,
to do it like
I
that
agree.
is just ridiculous.
I also deleted Uber for this fact, Will, that one day I went on, their prices went up by about 30% or what it felt like 30%.
Yeah.
Plus, they've added a service fee.
Yes.
Plus, their delivery fee has doubled in
Yeah.
most restaurants now, bro. Holy fuck.
Well, I understand you're going to pay more
For delivery.
for the food,
Which is
right?
fine.
Because the food is like 20% more than you would pay in store anyway.
Yeah, so they've already got that on top.
Then they charge you the service fee of like $6 now, which is
Yeah, anywhere from $2.50 to $6.
stupid. And then you have your delivery fee on top of that. So you're paying an extra like $15
Yeah.
to get it delivered. Which, fine. That's what I'm doing. I'm lazy. I'm not going out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm prepared
But
to
if
do that.
you're on the source, you're actually
Yeah.
doing the right thing by...
But if I'm paying that much extra,
Yeah.
can you give me my food in it?
Can you give me 70% of what I
Yeah.
think I'm going to get? Like, in the sense of...
Can you just get my food warm?
lukewarm,
Like,
something.
I just don't want cold chips, please.
And I need to say sorry to Lisa Bryan last week. Well, I said on the podcast she supports the eastern suburbs Magpies. I was wrong. Western suburbs Magpies / Eels / Tigers. I just can't keep up anymore, you know. So that's my renege from last week. Sorry, Mum. Love you.
Alright, is that it? Anything else, Dad?
Have you got any more rants that you want to rant on? Or
Well, I could, but we'll save them for now.
Well, anyways, good luck for the week ahead at cricket. I've got the bye, so shout out to my team. No one's responded to wanting to do the umpiring. So
Funny how that always happens.
it's funny how they all want to bat, bowl. No, my team's pretty cool. They're all pretty cruisy, but it's funny how they're ignoring my messages now.
Yeah.
But when I'm organising a baggie or a new hat or new clothes, they're all fucking on it. Shout out to you boys. Love yous.
Alright, that is it. Goodbye.
And fuck you, Hungry Jacks.
As always.
Love you, Hungry Jacks.